So welcome to today's Outlook. Today's video. Today we have tropics on the Dolores, but let me really quickly show the other two systems. First of all, tropics from Halo has entered the West Pacific, and in the West Pacific also Typhoon Nanka is finishing COC. And this was what's left of Ion. Became a post-tropical remnant overnight. It's really not a big picture. I mean, it resembled a small system because, well, one, it was small, and two, it dissipated very quickly. So I wouldn't say this death comes as no surprise to someone like me. So now, here's Dolores. Let me show Enrique. Let me show. Oh God, I hate that. That's a sucker typing URLs. But here's Enrique. As you can see, it's not really well organized. I think some of the dry air from over here is kind of limiting out for a little bit. I mean, I even think 35 knots is probably a little bit generous, just because I don't have much surface mixing going on. Yeah, I just don't think there's any surface mixing going on because of all this dry air. So maybe intensity might be below tropical force. And I also wouldn't be surprised if as low as 20-25 knot winds. Convection is mostly constricted to a few rain bands. We're just kind of hoping panics the black numbers, but like most dry air storms, the convection associated this one was weak. But Dolores, however, has an excellent moisture envelope. And it's trying to form 9 no convections recently decreased and became a little less organized. You can see alpha is expanding for the most part, though it's restricted to on the northeast quadrant just because alpha is restricted on the northeast quadrant. Wanna know why? The alpha is restricted on the northeast quadrant. You can see a little bit on the southwestern side. So it's not really quadrant, but on the northeastern side and the southwesterly side a little bit. It's expanding everywhere else. I mean, it's looking a little broad and a little disorganized. But overall, I mean, it's been a lot worse. I mean, the storm's trying to develop an eye, and I can explain some of the warming cloud tops. SAB is at 4.0, probably using a CDO pack, so I don't think this really qualifies as the curved band pattern. And you can see it's a little irregular. Some of the system is like the daily monsoon, so it's making it look a little elongated, probably more elongated than the storm actually is. I mean, the storm's been doing better at night than during the day so far, and I don't think today's any exception. However, I do think, since the night's trying to form, I do believe there is a small area of hurricane force winds in this hurricane. Despite the not the greatest appearance ever, I mean, it's not terrible. There's still some relatively cold convection, I think. This hurricane still has a lot of potential overall to exceed my expectations because I was originally expecting the system to be in a high shear environment by now. I didn't know what to expect overnight. The storm actually held together pretty well. I mean, the shear, however, that yesterday it looked like the system was going to a low shear environment to a high shear environment. Of course, like 3 knots of shear. Now it's like probably around 10-15 knots of shear, which is probably in the moderate category. But I will say it needs to decrease a little bit more before I get key on substantial intensification. I mean, the storm is probably a pretty clear-cut T4.0 right now, using it to avoid using a CDO pattern. And probably a little lower if you're using a regular CDO pattern, but I don't think it warrants any regular CDO pattern. Warrants any regular CDO pattern. I mean, kind of the next stage for this hurricane will be developing in a corner. I don't think it'll happen today. It could, but I don't think it will. I think that's still at, I'll try and build it in the core tomorrow, and I think we can see some intensification late Tuesday night and definitely on Wednesday. I think we can see even some rapid intensification. And I think this one's pretty poised from a strong hurricane, probably a little stronger than I was thinking it would yesterday. Now, I don't think I think Catchway 5. I mean, it's probably not worth discussing, but I will comment that. I will say the only impeding factor is slightly cool waters, which limit the thickness of deep convection once it passes Coral Island. I mean, it's also going to be interesting to see what happens in the storm once it interacts with Coral Island. But in the past, Coral Island has never been a significant land interfactor with tropical cyclones in this part of the world. I think this system should intensify because I don't think that would disrupt its instability in the core enough. Just because Coral Island is such a small target. And overall, the waters in this region are very warm. I mean, it does get cooler towards here, and I think that's where we could see some weakening, but it's also where the lowest shear is. So, it's going to be interesting to see what happens. Over the next couple days. I mean, you can see, let's take a look at this, you can see the latest microwave passes, you can see on 9Z and I was trying to form, but not really. Now it's a little bit more complete, but it's not fully complete. You can kind of see some more like a legitimate eye, but it needs to close on the southwesterly side, and until it happens, granted its appearance, this is stuff I was going, so it might be closed now. This is a very good moisture envelope and dry air, which sometimes slows the development of the inner core. It's not a factory, so it might be able to develop an inner core quicker. However, with that said, while the inner core is not fully emerged yet, sea surface temperatures, wind shear could also be an issue because it may affect the alignment of the mid-level center and low-level center. So far, they appear to be becoming better alignment as we speak, but I don't think there's anything more than like a 65-hour hurricane until then, even though the estimates may support 70 knots. I mean, as far as track-wise, it doesn't remain unchanged. The GFS remains quite bullish for intensification. I don't think it'll get this far. And I do think Category 3 is pretty good betting, and Category 4 looks decently likely. And I mean, track-wise, there's nothing that's really changed. The storm started a more westerly course, so I think that course is to continue and maybe turn westward as this ridge to the north may build somewhat. And it's also it's also uncertainty how much influence Enrique is going to have on the storm track. I think Enrique, while it'll be weak, should be a relatively long-lived tropical storm. Let's take a look at the guidance here. I mean, overall now, the ship's guidance has actually gone up in the past several hours now. I mean, even the LGM and ships both released into major hurricane status. I think it's something increasingly likely. These systems usually get just a little stronger than what the ships and LGM get. They're usually a little conservative. They're general good indicators, though. If I were to put a peak on this, I'd probably put a peak at 115. My guess is the Yankees going to show a peak of either 105 or like it is currently in the next package, or 110. Anyhow, that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed this. Bye. No, I don't have anything else, do I? Bye.